Hello everybody, welcome back to Basics. I'm your host, the Crazy Uncle. Today is going to be the first of another piece of the bug out basics. Today we're going to be going on foot. Okay, this is for those of you who for some reason you have to bug out. And bug out simply means you cannot stay where you are. You cannot bug in. Bugging out is one of your last resorts. When you bug out of your location, you're questioning whether you're going to be taking off somewhere you don't know, or are you simply getting from point A to point B. 99% of the time, you're going from point A to point B. That's it. Which is why the number one thing you must have before you bug out is a plan. Okay, these can get fairly in-depth. They can also be very, very simple. Okay, if your plan is simply, if I can't stay here, I need to walk the 3 miles that way to my neighbor's house, then okay, it can be that simple. It does not have to be complicated. However, that in and of itself, working on a plan, can be its own video. There is a lot to go into that, but again, this is back to basics, people. Okay, I'm just touching on the basics. Each one of these can be their own. And there are plenty of other people that go into these exceptionally deep. But beware of information overload. Now, you must have a plan. You must also follow the PACE principle in that, which is your primary plan, your alternate, your contingency, and your extra, as in, oh shit, everything else has gone to hell. Okay. If you have to go above the A in PACE, something's wrong. However, you must have a plan. If you're the one in charge of this, don't skimp on it. You must have a plan. Now, when bugging out, if it's going to be on foot, then you have to very much focus on this one here. Your physical health. This is the only way you're getting from point A to point B is if you're able to get your ass there. And if your ass is so fat and nasty and lazy that you can't even get to the mailbox without breathing hard, you might want to get off your ass and start doing some exercise. Now, I don't want to hear in the comment section about people, well, I have this condition or that condition. I still do whatever cardio the doc allows me to do, even though I'm not allowed to do much at all, which sucks. I'm a gym rat and the doc won't let me do any cardio. But that's because I'm recovering. It happens. You do what you can. But you get your physical health there because, as you'll see later, it might not just be you there. Okay? People might be relying on you. Okay, the next thing you have to understand is the clothing that you have to wear. Depending on the time of year and the obvious weather that goes with it, you're going to have to wear different stuff. Obviously, you're not going to wear a parka in the middle of summer, and you're not going to walk around in shorts in the middle of winter, unless you're way down south. That being said, just remember that if you look at some of my previous videos, you're going to find my cold weather videos, and that's going to let you know, hey, you might not want to be in like 10,000 layers when you first start walking. Because you're going to sweat, okay? You're going to build up heat as you go. Not to mention carrying equipment. You're carrying gear and equipment. It's just going to weigh you down. You're going to blow through calories like you've never done before. So have your clothing squared away. Now, I have gear and I have equipment. These are not the same things. Your gear is what you wear on you, okay? If you've ever seen pictures or videos of soldiers going around and they have their like maybe a small pack, maybe, but they have their ammo and they have like pouches all over. That never leaves them. That doesn't come off. They're not just going to flick it off so they can run faster, or if they're in a hurry, they're not just going to ditch it. It doesn't matter. That shit stays on them. That is your gear, okay? What is your gear? Are you carrying a long gun? Are you carrying ammo? How much water are you carrying? You know, that's going to be on you. Your clothes, your rations, except for maybe a couple small protein bars, you're not carrying much in the way of rations. Water stays on you. Keep that in mind. Okay? But the one thing you always got to remember with gear is your footwear. Okay? 2 things that stop an army cold: shop feet and rot gut. It's the reason why shop feet is the first one. Okay? And remember, your clothing is loose so your body can breathe, but your gear is tight so it doesn't rub. I've made this mistake. You don't want to, trust me. It'll turn a bad situation into one that is almost completely intolerable. So equipment is going to be your pack, whatever you're carrying. Okay? Now, equipment in your pack, I'm not going to go over what you should have in your bags. I've done that in other videos. But with your equipment, there's a side note. Equipment plus. Are you bringing one of those walker things that you drag behind you? Are you, got a wheelbarrow full of stuff? Do you have anything extra that's going to carry? Do you have your dog carrying stuff? All that plays into the equipment portion. So that's why it's equipment plus. The equipment for most everything for a standard bug out situation, if you are going on foot, is right here. You plan it out, make sure you're in good health, you put the correct clothing on, you strap your gear on, you put your equipment on your back, and you go. However, one of the key things here is you have to remember you're probably not alone. You have other personnel with you. So you will only go as fast as the slowest person. In your plan, I'm just going to say this, when you're moving, be prepared to have a really screwed up, I think they call it circadian rhythm or something like that. Snarkesian rhythm. I mispronounce it all the time. And not on purpose. Not that one. Because in your plan, you're going to be moving at night and sleeping during the day. Why? It's just safer that way. Unless you're in the middle of the woods, if you're in any type of urban environment or anything like that, you're not going to move during the day. It's too dangerous. You're too easy to be spotted. If you're in a area that you're trying to get out of, chances are it's dangerous. You want to leave. Hence, bugging out. So make sure that you plan around that. And your equipment allows you, if it's more than one day, to park your happy ass somewhere, sleep it off, place a guard or whatever. Now, a lot of people are going to be traveling with dogs, so there's your alarm system if somebody shows up. You see how this comes into effect. Now, I'm starting to go deep into these. I don't want to because, again, it's back to basics. These are what you go at first. Your plan is the first thing. Once you know, then you move into your physical training and make sure you're physically good enough to get there. Then you get your clothing ready. For most of us, we already have what we need. And then gear. Now remember, footwear falls under gear. And this is mostly protective gear, or if you have to drop your bag, this will still get you there. You might not be comfortable at all, but it'll get you there. And then worry about equipment. And if you have additional personnel, you literally are starting back over. Every single time there's an additional personnel, you have to adjust this. So I hope this opened some eyes, and if it did, if you're going to make your own video or something out there, give me a shout out or something. But if you found my video informative, down somewhere down there, I forget what side it's on. I'm not Deadpool, I can't see the things there. Hit that thumbs up and all that other fun stuff. Very much appreciate it. But until then, this is your crazy uncle. I'm out.